Hi, good morning, everybody. It's Linda, Handmade, Iowa. I am going to make a really short video. Well, it'll probably be about 20 minutes. And then I have to go to work. I got up. I didn't sleep all night long. It was terrible. I mean, I was awake for like 3.5 or 4 hours. So if you got a message from me at like 3 a.m., I'm sorry if I woke you up. Welcome back to my channel. If you've been here before, if you're new, thank you for stopping by. I'm going to take these cards. They've been sitting here on my shelf, and I keep saying I'm going to do this, and I haven't. My son studied German, and he studied Welsh online. And he had hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of these. And I coffee-dyed them. Like time, whoops, there's nothing on the back. Hello is hallo, so whatever language that is. I think this is the Welsh ones. Skaden is herring. Salt is salan. I don't know how to say it with the accent. I'm not an accent person. I am not. So I had phrases. Shen ilmi. I don't know how to say it. I can't even sound like a, what are they, a Welshman, a Welsh person. So we're going to just do something with them. I'm going to, I got a stack of papers here. I went through and pulled. I'm not using scrap because my scraps are just hither and yon hobbledygoo. Is that a word, hobbledygoo? So I've got an Yvonne Preston, I've got some Crafty Cat, and I've got some Joey Cardmaker, and I've got some Tailor-Made journals. I just went straight for, I went for what I knew was feminine, and I knew who I knew had photos, because I wanted photos. Joey's always good for the photos. He's got the 40s, the 30s, the you name it. He's got the women. This came out of my drawer. I don't know who that is. I don't know. It might be. I don't know whose that is. I just pulled it. I've got Tailor-Made journals, Lorna, Joey. This is another one of Joey's men. I didn't print the women's kit. I don't know why. Or if I did, I used it. And then his Beautiful Fairies. It's called, let me tell you what it's called. It's called, I can't think of it. His fairy journal. I'll look at it up in a minute. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to just, this isn't, I left this uncovered. I don't think I've been out here for a couple days. Isn't that terrible? So I'm going to ink it real quick. I'm supposed to clean a house with my daughter-in-law today. It's on Saturday, but she ended up with the day off and said, I said, well, why don't, yesterday we had short days, her and I. And I said, well, why don't we do Saturdays today? Well, then it ended up, it was 104, some stupid temperature. And so she said, I got tomorrow off. Let's do it tomorrow. Well, she hadn't heard back last I knew. And I have one of my own, so I said, I'll help you do yours, and I can go to mine any time of the day. I have the key, and she's a friend, and so that's where it stands, and I have no idea what's next. This is Crafty Cat. Should we mix Crafty Cat with Lorna? Not Lorna. This is Yvonne Preston. Let's do that. Actually, I can cut this because I'll go all the way to the top. All I'm going to do is decorate up some of these cards. I've just decided I wanted to. Look all the way down. Get them off my desk. What I need to do is just do a whole ton of them and be done. Oh, my tummy's hungry. We had a terrible storm last night. I don't mean terrible as in wind or anything. It just rained and rained and rained all night long. We've had about 3 days of, Sunday it was really bad and took a lot of trees down. My son had a mess at his place. Well, both my sons, I guess. But the one son, he had a tree on his deck, and it missed my grandson's $3,000 mower. It missed a couple things. It didn't do any damage, but there are people with houses wrecked and cars. Okay, so I'm gonna put this first. It's just, this I can cut because because I want it to the edge. So that's all I'm going to do. I'm just going to decorate up some cards. And they'll make great journaling cards. This is nothing, no new wheel. Is that how they say it? No new wheel. I need to order glue. Let's see if we can use some of this. I haven't been in this bottle for a while. So this is Crafty Cats. She's on a vacation. I don't remember when she's coming back. I hear things and I don't soak it in. I don't put it in the part of my brain that's like, remember this. I just kind of hear it and then I kind of move it over. Oh, my brother, he's sending me stuff. He's a news junkie like me. Okay, there's that from Amy. I need a vacation. I want to go to the Wisconsin. I want to go to the Wisconsin Dells so bad. How about we do that? I'm just going to put some glue down. Hope you can't hear my stomach. I forgot to eat supper last night. We call it supper. Some people say dinner. Do you want to go to dinner? No, I want some real food. I want supper. I forgot to eat. I don't know what I was thinking. I was watching stuff on TV and just forgot to eat. Okay, there's that. My stray cat was on the step. He's actually letting me touch him, and then I can pet him and scratch at the back of his neck, which comes from when I'd open the door, he would run, and then he would wait for his food, and then he would come up around. So today I petted him, and when he realized he was getting petted, he turned around and swatted at me. It was funny. I'm like, oh, you think you're tough? Okay, so here's this. Should we just do some, let's do some backgrounds quick first. I'm going to get 3 out of this. That's good. And then I can go through with the back and just put some coffee dyed paper on plain if it doesn't show through, the Sharpie doesn't show through. Or some cardstock that's paper bag color. Or maybe I'll just put some paper sack on it or something. We'll see. Maybe I'll just gesso it. Maybe I'll do all kinds of different things. So there's half. Now we're going to go over the other half with, you know what? Let's use one of these wedding people. So we'll tear it. These just came out of a magazine. I could go all the way to the corner. So I need a little something up here. I could put these roses back on. And I'll ink the edge. Or should I do something totally different? Yeah, I'm going to put this back on. Had I known what picture I was using, I wouldn't need to do this. So I'm going to go under here and here. Just down enough to get this on. That's good. Because these guys are going to be down there. I hope I didn't misjudge that distance. That's good. Now we can do the whole back of this. This was that book I got on Thrift Books for $5, and it had 80-some wedding photos. Of course, that's one side I counted because you can go either way with them. I just grabbed this one and wasn't planning any certain side. But for $5, 80-some photos, vintage, pretty cool. In fact, I think I'll probably get another one. Just because I love having stash. Okay, there's one. Should we put somebody on this one? I want to do a fairy one too. Let's see, I have a, no, we don't want a little boy on there. Let's see what we have in here. Where'd that lady go? Oh, this is out of a book, I think. Is this Amy's? I don't know who this is. We're going to tear it. I definitely don't want this on the bottom. I'm really enjoying the 2 kits I've done with Amy, Old Things and Secondhand Store. That journal is coming along so cute. I'm going to give it away. Oh, she's going to have to come way over. Sorry, madam. Well, guess what I did yesterday? If you can guess it in the comments, that's what I need to do for my giveaway. Guess where Linda went yesterday? You'd all get it right. Yes, I went thrifting. I cleaned a house in the morning. It took 3 hours, about 3.5 actually yesterday. I don't know why. It's a 3 hour and 15-minute house. But the gal that helped me was a little later than normal. She didn't show up for I was there working about 20-some minutes without her. So that might be why it took so long. Normally we start at the same time. But anyway, regardless. I told my granddaughter she wanted to spend the day with me. And I said, do you want to go thrifting? Well, that's what she wanted to do, but she didn't say it. So I called her and I said, I'm just leaving. I'm going to go to the bank and get some money for Laura. And then I'll be over to get you. And then I'm going to go home and take a shower. And then we'll go from there. Okay. So 5 minutes. I said, no, probably about 10 or 15. Anyway, I walked in the door. And her brother was standing there. He's 14. He just finished driver's ed. And I said, do you want to go? Well, he knew he wanted to go because she handed me a $10 bill. And she said, this is from my mom for lunch. And I said, oh, you guys want to eat? Because it was noon-ish. And then he handed me a 10. So she had given them each $10 to buy their lunch, which is, I usually take my grandkids to eat when we go. I said, well, put it in your pockets. So anyway, how cute are those so far? Why do I always gravitate to the right? Does anybody else do that? Let's do sugar. Food and drinks. Oh, there's nothing on that side. Milk. Bane. Oh, I've heard him say Bane in, I want to do Joey's. I want to do one of Joey's. Joey Card Maker. He has amazing kits. Okay, look at this. What is the name of this? Midsummer's Eve or something like that. I know I can tell you if I just take the time. Here, Joey Card Maker. Well, I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Midsummer's Eve. I did a whole journal with it. So, this is going to be doing this one too. Look at those. I think they're too big for, this one might work. I need to do another one. Just because I've done one doesn't mean I can't do 2, right? So I'm going to fold this right along behind her. I want her to be she's facing this way, so we're going to keep her there. And tear this off. I don't know if I'll get this uploaded. I'm kind of hoping. No, I don't want to work Saturday. My son's coming home. I don't want to work when he's here. Because if I work in the morning, then he goes out on the boat at 1 o'clock. So he's gone from like 1 to 5 on the boat. They go out and sit and float. He doesn't drink so much. I mean, they all drink out there, but they just sit and talk and chatter and just hang out and get together. And they all take food, snacks. There's 3 couples that he hangs around with that are all in their 40s, but they love my son, so it's kind of cool. And his friend Caleb, they're just really good friends, all of them. I think a couple of them are 47, maybe even 3 of them. One's 45. 2 couples, 2 married couples. And yeah, let's do her. And then I'll put some of Joey's stuff on the other side. I'm just going to loosely tear that off. But I want some lines or something here. This is, this will work. This is Lorna. But it's a nice, beautiful patina. So I went and took my granddaughter and my grandson thrifting yesterday. And she grabbed a basket with handles, just like at Dollar General. They have a stack of those. She grabbed that and off she said, "Can I go look at clothes or something?" She's a little clothes fanatic. And I said, she's going to be in 4th grade. And I said, "You can go wherever you want in this store. It's pretty good size, but it's not huge." So she went and got a basket, and she came back and found me, and he was going to go look at golf clubs. They have made a golf course in the back behind their house. It's a little rustic kind of a thing. And she came back. She found me. I was in the glassware. And she goes, "This is what I got." And she had a pair of Under Armour shorts, a pair of Nike shorts, a sweatshirt that had a lake on it that's up in the northern part of Iowa called Okoboji. It said Okoboji on it, so it's clearly somebody went to Okoboji and came home with a sweatshirt. And it's gray and it's in mint condition. Somebody just outgrew it and they cleaned their closet when summer came. Or actually, it probably just came in because I scour the clothes pretty good for them. And what else did she have? She had something else. Anyway, she said, "How much do you think this will be?" Because she had her own money too. And so I said, "Well, children's clothes are $1 a piece." Oh, she had a sports bra that was camouflage and black. It was to the real dark camo. And she wrestles. And wrestling season will be coming pretty soon. In fact, she's doing wrestling training this summer on Sunday nights. And she's really good. And under the singlet, the thing they wear, she wears that little sports bra because the armholes she doesn't have anything there, up front, but it's kind of a modesty thing. And all the little girls wear them underneath because the armholes are big, and then it just makes them feel better, I guess. And so she bought a bra. So I think she spent $4. So she got 2 pairs of shorts. I think she got a top too. I think she got a white top. I'm pretty sure she did. Okay, there's Joey's Midsummers Dream and a piece of tailor-made journals, but none of the French shows. I don't even know where that went. It was sitting here. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3. Let's do one more. Here's a really dark one. Some of these really took the took the coffee. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we've done a Joey. I want to do this guy, but he's pretty big. I wonder if we could tear him out very successfully. Should we try? I know I probably could have done it with a watercolor, a water pen. Not like I don't have one. I have 3 sitting over there. So, okay, we went thrifting, and I came home last night. I texted my neighbor. I said, I want to go back. Do you want to go with me? She goes, you're crazy. And I said, I left this, and I took a picture of something so that I could come home and research it. I knew it was something, and I kind of did it there. But the thing is my grandkids were distracting me because it was about being with them. And I said, I want to go back and get it. It's called... is it David Wright? It's this type of dishes, and he did a lot of the restaurant dishes that are real heavy, Iroquois, which I have. I said, I have some of these. She said, of course you do. And I went over to the kitchen. I opened my sideboard up, and in the bottom, I said, I think I have at least 5. I think I have 7. They're the oval, real heavy restaurant plates from like the 50s. I have a bunch of those. What did I say, 7 or 8 of them that I bought in there a couple of years ago. And she said, you have a collection. And I said, I'll give you 3 and then you'll have a collection because 3 makes a collection. And you have to have 3. And she laughed. I think I'll tear this. Oh, this is it. I think I'll put this on. And I can trim it up if it's shorter than the card. Anyway, all night last night I wanted to go back and get that thing. It was a picture and it was sitting on a plate and they had it taped together. Don't know why they use tape in secondhand stores. It just irks me. I told the lady one day, you should be maybe wrapping with saran wrap because if it's old and it's transfer wear, it's going to pull off the picture. And she said, that's a good idea. It's probably less expensive, which it would be. Taping on vintage dishes, if they had a complete set of china in there and they put some tape around the lid to let's say a creamer. I mean, not a creamer, it'd be the sugar bowl. And then the gold paint came off the sugar bowl. It's worthless if you're trying to have a collection of something. So anyway, needless to say, everything's got tape on it. I'm going to have to trim this down a hair. So I got a vase for 50 cents. It's not worth a whole lot. I knew what it was when I saw it, and I could tell by it. I could just tell by looking at it that it was old. It's worth about $11 on eBay. I found it. But I grabbed that for 50 cents. I'll grab anything for 50 cents. I grabbed a brand new, not in box, Hell's Kitchen griddle, red with the fire and the fork on the bottom. The TV show, the guy, he's got restaurants in all over. I don't know how many restaurants he's got. He's got Vegas and he's got the TV show. He's kind of I don't like him. But anyway, I got that. It's brand new. It has never been used, I'm telling you. I got it for my son that has a brand new chef's kitchen, and it is beautiful. I don't know how many tens of thousands they spent on their kitchen. Should we kind of put him off to the side? And then there's some writing space. I kind of like that. Because it's a journaling card. Actually, let's wrap it all the way around. We'll just wrap it. So I got that. I sent a picture to my daughter-in-law. First I said, can you keep a secret? I found something for my son. And she goes, yes, what is it? And I sent it to her, and she didn't answer, but she's got a baby. It's just right at 10 months old. And they have a little boy. So, Lord knows what was going on in that house. Too hot to be outside. But she works. She's a veterinarian, and she's pretty high up in the company she works for. It's like the second largest in North America. Something like that for poor production. I cut a little bit of his hair off by accident. I don't like that. Let's just get rid of that. I'll give him a haircut. Okay, there, we got that. Now we can put labels on. I hadn't planned that. Let's see. Okay, I've done Joey. I've done Yvonne Preston. I've done, this is Lorna's. I love this. Let's do one with Lorna's. This. Let's do it. Let's do it this way and put somebody on the other side. Now, hopefully I can find an image. We could go the other way. Let's go across. Let's go across this way and have it be this way. How's that? That's what we'll do. I bought 2 of Lorna's French kits. They're beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I need a minute to think. I need to go in and get some more of her things. They're so beautiful. She has some beautiful kits. Everybody, there are so many beautiful kits that everybody does. It's just, I have some coming from Patty Lang. I can't wait. Sacred Mementos. She has a little sale online every week. And not last night, I think it was the night before, I watched her do a craft with me. She calls it Not a Tutorial. It's funny. That's the heading. And I went to it, I could see it, and it was not live yet. So then I went back, and by the time I went back, I couldn't be on very long. But Mayor's on there, she's sweet. They kind of visit while the show's going on. What am I going to put at the bottom of this, babes? How about a wedding picture that goes sideways? Some of them do. Watch me not find one. Where have all my... Here, like that. There we go. Look at that. Let's do a floral. This is Crafty Cats. Let's do this. This is my favorite kit of Crafty Cats. It's called Grungy Wallpaper. And I love it. Who doesn't love a good grunge? All right. I want the... Those pair good together. Look at that. And then we'll put our wedding peoples on there. And then I suppose I need to get off of here and see what time it is. Still cloudy out. Overcast. So, hopefully I have that kit from Patty today. I didn't get my mail yesterday. It could very well be in the mailbox. Let's tear this. Actually, I don't like the straight lines. I don't know why. What does that say about my personality? Anything? I just struggle with them. You can kind of wonky this up too. Let's tear it. So my grandson didn't buy anything. Oh, I gotta stop my timer. I have a timer for Google. That was 30 minutes right there, according to Google. And that's the amount of time I knew I could give myself. So let's go ahead and wrinkle this a little. I might tear it. Let's take a chunk out and put some tape on it. That'll work. That's good enough. I'm going to have to go up. I don't want to miss her French, though. All right, we're going to get rid of this guy over here. He left the party. Bye. You weren't invited anyway, party crasher. That'll work. That'll work. Let's do that. Everything doesn't have to show. I have to tell myself that. But she does. So, okay, Lorna made these beautiful papers. Why wouldn't I want that to show? Why wouldn't I want this to show? So we're just going to let this little couple and the officiant maybe. Oh, that's the groom. That's the best man and the best lady. So we use them. I'll turn it over and trim. There we go. That is it. How's that, guys? So what have we done since I have to get going? Let's look it over. Let's look it over. I'll grab a doily. So we've got this one. This is Crafty Cat and Lorna. And this is from a book. We've got Joey Cardmaker's Midsummer's Eve. I'm sure he's got some tags and things to that kit. I'll have to get in there and look. This is Yvonne Preston. Photos from the book. And, well, that's all Yvonne Preston. And then we've got Crafty Cat. And this is from a magazine, I believe. So we've got 4. Is that all? Okay, see how fast that was? So we could punch a hole. Let's punch a hole in one. Let's punch a hole in this one. Just go right through the corner. And we'll put a stud in it. A stud. Hey, baby, you know any studs? Let's do this silver. I don't use this. I have a ton of silver. Put that on. I didn't think I was in the mood. I thought I better just put out a video and get some of this stuff done on my desk, like these cards. And now here I am. I don't want to quit. All right. That is it. Do I have any? There's some string to tie in it. Let me cut this. It's just a piece of thread. This is crochet thread, actually. My granddaughter's in Florida, and I texted her last night. She's 12. I said, what'd you guys do today? She says, went to the beach. And she sent me a picture. She says, I got burnt. I said, did you put sunscreen on? She said, I forgot. Well, she's a blonde with blue eyes. Kind of dirty blonde, but I said, well, do you have any of this? And I sent her a picture of aloe. She goes, no. And I said, well, tell your mom you need it. It'll be okay. How her mother didn't, I guess she's 12. She needs to take responsibility. But at the same time, you need to parent up and say, get over here and put on some of this. She didn't want to go. She had a panic attack on the plane. It was quite devastating. So there's one with a tie. That's cute. And then the rest are just plain. We can add to them. We have to do the backs and stuff. So I might do I might do a series on these and just mass make. I might talk to Mitzi about this. Mitzi, how about we do a live sometime and just do 3x5 cards, your style, my style. You've got a ton of scraps. You've got so many, maybe just pick out 4 different digital creators or whatever you have, and I'll go through mine and pick out, like, let's just say 4. I'll have to pick out these because I have lots of this type of stuff. And then maybe some pictures, like this is Joey Cardmaker's beautiful Midsummer's Eve girls. And of course this is Joey's. This, I thought about doing this. See, here I am going longer. Actually, I wouldn't need to tear that. And then I could put somebody here. See what I mean? This is his kit. I don't know what this one is. Is this Botanicals? No, this is from Midsummer's Eve. This is because he has all these fairies, and some are in green, some are in blues. Yeah, let's do that. Do you want to do that? And we'll go live, and then we can do it for, like, let's say an hour and see how many cards we can get. Let's do that. You tell me if you want to do that. Okay, gal? Or whoever else wants to do it. We wouldn't even have, we could each just set timers and go an hour on our own. Okay? Let's talk about that. All right, guys, I need to get going. I need to have some coffee and make some eggs. I eat 3 eggs every morning. And I put them either in a tortilla and roll them up, or I just eat them in a bowl with some cottage cheese on them. And I have to eat before I go out the door. I get shaky in a little while. I get, like, blood sugar drops or something. I don't know. I have to eat. About 10 o'clock, I bottom out. I'm like, ugh. So I have to have some food in me to get, because I work hard and fast, and it takes a lot out of me. So, okay, guys. Thanks for joining in. I think these are really cute. I got to use up these dumb cards. I have hundreds. So I thought that was a good idea. Okay, nothing new, just more of what other people have done. Take care. Have a great Wednesday. Bye-bye.